Hey guys, thanks for joining me for a new video. Today I just want to break down the difference between, oh hold up, let me grab Onyx here. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for a new video. I was actually recording and then I saw Onyx through the window and I was like, hey buddy, come here, you're gonna be in my video. Today I just want to break down a little bit of confusion related to how brands work on Amazon, because there is a distinction between like using Seller Central and having a brand and brand registry, and versus like if you sell through Amazon merch and want to have a brand, or even KDP. So I want to just at a high level break down the distinction between these, because I know this question comes up pretty often. So anyways, I'm going to jump on my computer and we can dive into this. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. I hope this video helps clear up some of the confusion about how brands work on Amazon. Real quick before we start, let me introduce myself. I'm Ryan Hogue. I've sold over $1.8 million on Amazon to date. 260,000 came through Amazon merch. If you want to follow the links in the description, I've got a free Amazon merch mini course. I've got an Amazon merch Facebook community. I'd love to have you there. If you're not subscribed, I publish income reports each month on the first day. You can subscribe to my channel and follow my progress. And I wrote a full Amazon merch course if that interests you. All right, let's dive straight into how brands work. So we're going to be talking about Amazon Seller Central versus Amazon merch. And then at the end, I realized I almost forgot to talk about KDP. So I slipped in KDP for you guys that are KDP booksellers as well. So let's start with merch by Amazon. When you're going through the workflow to create an Amazon merch listing, as you guys know that are in the program, you can write in your own brand name. You have 50 characters that you can use, and that will show up on your product listing right above the title. Actually, Amazon recently changed the way it shows up. They put a little prefix there that says brand : and I have an idea of why they did that, and I'll show you that in a second. But so in this example, we used the Funny 2020 Review Apparel Co. They have the bestseller as far as the 2020 Very Bad Would Not Recommend t-shirt that's popped up in the top 5 niches of the week video at least once, and it's a pretty funny shirt, pretty fitting given how this year's gone so far. And you can see there though that the value from the brand on the listing creation screen shows up right there. Now if you click it, all it really does is it performs a search on Amazon for that brand value, for the text there. And this is something that a lot of I don't know what to say. Should I say sneaky? Should I say not so kind Amazon merch sellers? I don't know. I don't want to judge anybody because this is all by the rules, but you can absolutely increase the likelihood of making sales by making the brand of your shirt the same as the brand of a best-selling Amazon merch listing. And you can do this because these listings that we sell through the Amazon merch portal, they're not ours. They're Amazon's. We just get paid a royalty. So this is not our listing. I know it's kind of a weird concept, especially if you only sell through merch, because if merch is all you know, then you feel like it's yours even though it's really not. Merch is a restricted way of listing on Amazon. So when you list through Seller Central, then it's more your listing, although then you have to go through more hoops like brand registry to really make it your listing where you can defend it. So in this case, what I really wanted to highlight is that the Funny 2020 Review Apparel Co., if that was a real company, it wouldn't matter, because a bunch of people, like 225 results, it may all be that same person, but it's unlikely. It's probably a couple other savvy people that have jumped onto that brand name, so that in case somebody sees that best-selling shirt and they click the brand, they're then going to see these other listings that someone else has thrown up onto Amazon because of how the brand functionality works in this case, which is that you click the brand, all it does is it performs a keyword search for the value of that brand name on Amazon. So it's something that can be used to your advantage as a seller. And if you're a buyer, it's kind of not really ideal, but I don't think Amazon has the, think about the alternative. How do they police who owns what brand, right? They have to find a way of doing this at scale. So it makes a little bit of sense when you put it like that. All right. If you were like, Ryan, what's the better answer? How do we do this? Well, up front, there is not really a better answer unless you're one of the few people, this is not common. I'm lucky, I'm one of these people that can run sponsored brand ads on Amazon merch listings, which means that doesn't even mean you got into AMS through the merch invite, because that wouldn't let you run sponsored brands. This means you've got an older AMS account. I used like a little trick involving Vendor Central, which is closed, so you can't do this anymore. And it allowed me to get like a full access AMS account where any product on Amazon's catalog I can advertise on AMS, and I can run this ad type specifically, which is supposed to be reserved for brand registered products. But as of right now, it still allows me to advertise any products as long as the brand is the same. So I can go into Amazon merch. I can create, you have to have a minimum 3 products. I can create 3 t-shirts, same brand name, and then I can throw up a sponsored brand ad. And when you create this ad through that workflow, it will create a like special, you actually have an option of what happens when they click the ad, but like it can, most times it's going to create like a special landing page for the products that you advertised and present them in some kind of weird way where it's not mixing in other products. So this is something that if you're like me, you can use to your advantage. I typically don't go out of my way to do this unless I have like a shirt that's really selling well, or unless I think I'm really going to hit some big trend ahead of time. I had one last week that flopped. Literally 7 days ago, I had one that I thought was going to be big, ended up making me like 30, 40 bucks. So nothing to really mention, but I had set up the ads ahead of time. All right, now let's talk Amazon/Seller Central is really what I mean, because Seller Central is how they really anticipated people would be selling on Amazon. Like the merch portal is separate, it's independent of Seller Central, and the KDP portal, same thing. All right, so in this example, we created a product list, not we, but this person, this brand, they created their product listing through the standard workflow to get it on Amazon. And this is a bestseller on some very valuable keywords, so they're doing quite well selling garlic presses. Now notice, you don't see brand Orblue, you see visit the Orblue store. So this is different than what we probably expected to see. And maybe if you guys shop on Amazon, you've already noticed this, or if you're already selling through Seller Central, then you know how they did this. But this is not standard. What they did is they brand registered. And when you brand register, you get access to a whole, basically you need to be brand registered these days if you're selling physical products, if you're selling FBA products, if you're selling drop shipped print on demand through the Printful integration or Gear Bubble integration, which are the big 2 that I use. It's not as important, but with real products, you should do it because there's so many benefits. And one of them is right here on the brand benefit eligibility. And you can go to stores and you can create basically let's just read what it says. Stores allow brands to create a free multi-page branded destination on Amazon that helps inspire, educate, and help customers deliver their brand's product selection. So again, this is just another benefit of being in brand registry. And if you join brand registry, you're going to want to do it through the IP Accelerator program, which I think I have a slide on. But in doing this, when you click their visit the store, you get this cool page. It looks very professional, very nice. And it's got all their products. They control what products show up. They control the header, etc. They control the categories. Guys, if you're serious about like making money as an FBA seller, why would you sell yourself short of this? If other people are doing it, you should be. In my mind, this is how my mind works. If it's out there and it's possible, why would we do anything less than that? So this is a really good option. And again, it replaced the brand with the store. So, to the customers, it's probably the same thing. Now you'll notice here on Alpha Grillers, this is another garlic press. They don't have the store set up, so they have brand Alpha Grillers. When you click that, you get a full page of search results, basically products that are indexed on Alpha Grillers, the keywords. You'll notice there's also like sponsored products up here, which it's shady how Amazon does that. Like if people search Alpha Grillers, they're searching for Alpha Grillers. Why are you making Alpha Grillers the actual brand? Pay to show up on their own keywords. But again, Bezos is cutthroat. He does not care. One downside also is that you can see products that are indexed on Alpha Grillers that are not actually from the same brand. So you don't have control though over that, similar to Amazon merch. And here we go. I talked about the IP Accelerator. I suck at pointing on the green screen. Why is it so hard? This way? Right here. Right here. If you're going to get brand registered, this is the way to do it. Take it from me. I've done it this way. I've also done it twice the alternative way, which is to like get your own trademark and then go through the same hoops. The trademark, I actually had to answer someone's email today about this from my FBA course. The trademark we're not doing because we want or need they may come in handy, but we really don't really care about defending the intellectual property aspect of the trademark. It's really that Amazon requires the trademark for us to get into brand registry. Like this most recent trademark that I got, not through the IP Accelerator, I actually had to get on the phone with somebody at the US Patent and Trademark Office and say, because they were like holding it up, being like really hard on me I don't know, it's their job, I guess. But I was like, hey, like the honest truth is I really am only doing this so I can get into an Amazon program. I have no intent on using it or defending it and all that. And like the dude actually was like, all right, well then just say this on your application and we'll let it through. And then it worked. So, you know, that was nice, but it took a little bit longer. Anyways, sorry, I'm going off on these tangents. When you do IP Accelerator, you get your brand registry, which is what really counts, in like 2 weeks. At least in my experience. And then my buddy Luke W, who I had, you guys know, friend of the channel, he's an FBA seller as well. He's the one that actually introduced me to this. He said about 2 weeks as well. So it costs like $850. But guys, like if you talk to a lawyer for 1 hour, you're probably gonna end up paying like $500 anyways. And I got a quote from a lawyer on what it would cost to do a trademark. I know not all lawyers charge the same, but it was like $2,000. It was absurd. It was like $800 for research up front, you know, research, uspto.gov, tmsearch.uspto.gov, search it, etc. All right, and I didn't forget the Kindle people. So for Kindle, you either get the brand page, which we've already shown for merch and for, you know, Seller Central, just generic listings. But with KDP, they have something special for KDP, which is called Author Central. And if you see author on a listing, then you should be able to click that. Actually, no, that's not the right example. I take that back. In this case, it says author. When you click that, it just searches those keywords. But if you see this on a listing, I didn't take a screenshot of the listing. Anyways, if you see, there's another way that Author Central listings present themselves. There's like a little down caret, and it provides more information about what Author Central is, how it works, etc. Sorry for not putting a screenshot in here. I don't really feel like going back in time because it's not that hard to find an example. A lot of big name books have an Author Central page set up. This example does not. So this example follows the standard flow of take you to a search results page for those keywords. With Author Central, which by the way is free, it's just authorcentral.amazon.com if you choose. Then you get your own author page on Amazon. You control what shows up. You control, not really the layout, but you control various aspects. So it's a pretty cool, it has some functionality baked in. I actually talk about it in my KDP course. And this video is not meant to talk about Author Central in too much depth, but just know that that is possible. So with Author Central, it'll replace the brand on the listing with something that you control, as opposed to it just being clicked and going to a keyword search on Amazon. So anyways, guys, I hope this video helped. I hope it cleared up some of the confusion as far as how brands work on Amazon. If it did, all I ask, hit that like button. Let the YouTube algorithm know that you like this video. We've been talking so much Amazon in this video. But hey, if you hit the like button, it'd be appreciated. Also, if you're not subscribed and you want to do that, I would also appreciate that. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at RyansMethod.com. Thank you.